So, day 5 of the Light It Up Challenge. Your weirdest or worst job. I'm doing this for the second time because I'm testing out a new webcam and I wasn't digging it. So I'm using my my Canon from now on. So again, my worst or weirdest job. I've had a lot of jobs. I was a housekeeper a long time ago, and that was plenty strange and terrible. I worked at a newspaper. I made yo-yos. I babysat. I was a cashier. I worked in a vinyl shop. I did all kinds of stuff. I was a marketing director, but my worst, absolute worst, was the very last real job that I had. I left as the creative director of a small, they call themselves an agency, but really they're like a tiny little PR firm. When we moved here, I started out as a junior director, or a junior graphic designer rather, and quickly found out that all of the original staff had since left and formed their own very good ad agency, and for good reason, because the owner of this agency was barbaric. She was terrible. Eventually the creative director, the last of the original employees, left, and which left the position of creative director open, and I got it 9 months, not quite 9 months, probably more like 7 months after I started there, and within just a few weeks I knew that was the end. There was no way. I took another position elsewhere. She continued to, she verbally abused everybody. She would gaslight you and browbeat you and tell you how terrible you were and criticize your work and stand over your shoulder while you were creating things. And then she would pat you on the head and tell you what a good employee you were, and she would make you feel important, and you would do the work that she asked you to do. It was exactly like an abusive relationship. People used to laugh when I called it that, but that's what it was. I accepted another position, and she told me, and her exact words were, "This will be the biggest mistake you ever make," because I told her I would not come back. She said, "What if the position falls through?" Which it did. And I said, "I will not. I will freelance." And she said, "You won't work." So I left anyway, because I do things that people tell me I can't. And it'll be 8 years ago today, or not today, this year. I'm so excited that it's been 8 years. I'm ready for it to be today. But that job is the reason I'm doing what I'm doing now, and that I love it so much. My worst job is the job that got me my best job, which was working at home. And I'm sure I went a little bit over, but I do that. I talk. When I get comfortable, I ramble. So that was my worst job ever, and how it got me to my best job ever. I look forward to seeing your videos.